huge interest in Southern Sudan, even businesses. Isn't that jeopardizing those particular interests that Kenya has?
Like some of the panelists have said, there ought to have been a process. One, it was Kenya's turn to lead the troops, the UN troops in Southern Sudan.
When you talk about a process, are you talking about a withdrawal process or a process to take action on what the UN was claiming to have been?
Withdrawal, the process we took, I believe, is the best given under the circumstances. But for removing the commander, the man who was in charge, why wouldn't have UN called the president, told him there's a problem here? Can you get somebody, a replacement? You see, there's what we would call the morale of the soldiers in those peacekeeping missions, especially the Kenyans. You are told the man in charge failed. So the morale of the troops is gone. Because it brings forth your training, your culture as a military force. So you are going to jeopardize those young boys and women who are meant to be keeping peace. So I believe what the president did was good.
All right.
I think let's be clear. In every army, there is only one commander-in-chief. The rest are under him. For the Kenyan army, the commander-in-chief is the president. If you want to deal with anybody junior to him in the army, you deal with him. So Ban Ki-moon had no authority to purport to sack any of those commanders. He needed to report that to the commander-in-chief and say, you gave us so-and-so, you deployed so-and-so to us, he's not done well, please remove him and replace. That is the order. But if now he usurped power and say, I've sacked this one, give me another one, then in another morning, if they are not happy, they sack that one. That is discrediting the sovereignty of the country.
That would make it sound like the withdrawal then was out of pride as a country.
Now, the withdrawal is not only out of, it is first, it would be out of pride, it would be out of the sovereignty, and then thirdly, this is a force. People who have put their blood, their lives forward to protect our country, the interests of our country outside. They are not there because they love Sudan. They are there to protect this very country, our interests. So when you desecrate them, you hurt not only those who are there, but those who are here. It requires the boss, the head of the army, to take a decisive action that gives hope to the troops. So the action the president took was, in my view, quite in order. Secondly, I would like the Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, to note that there are things that he should not be reckless about, especially when we talk about the army, when we talk about security. Some of these things, if he has issues, he can write to the president and say, Your Excellency, this one I think was not right for this reason. But politicizing it somewhere in Meru or somewhere in Bondo, people who have no say at all, just to get votes, is wrong. He must know limit. Finally, I do not think, from our experience in Somalia, it is good for our country to go into the immediate neighboring countries for peacekeeping. Let us go to West Africa, and then let Ban Ki-moon, whenever there's an issue in Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia, Ethiopia, let them bring others, so that they don't feel that Kenya is taking sides in their internal issues. So the withdrawal, in my view, is God-sent, good for us as a country, so that the Sudanese don't feel we are backing up Riek Machar or Salva Kiir, but also good for our army to know that the commander-in-chief will stand by you. Even if you come home, then you are disciplined. But outside there, the commander-in-chief must stand by you. So I think that decision was right. And our Prime Minister, I am telling you, there are certain things you don't deal with in that way.
In public.
Let me tell you, you cannot